All right, guys, we are back in the 2024 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 Bison. I'm here with Todd and Corey. You guys both worked on this project as part of the engineering team, right?
Correct. Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
So we're going to go off and do a trail called Short Bus. Pretty tight, pretty technical.
Yep.
You're going to walk me through it.
Yes.
And yeah, let's go have some more fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it feels good. Easy to control.
Were you with us first thing this morning?
Yes. Yeah, I was the first group out.
So there's another feature when you're done we can explore too. Cool.
Yeah, it feels good. Any reason why you guys didn't do paddle shifters?
Be a Corey question, I think.
Yeah, you know, it was more of a content balance. You know, we felt optimizing with in Baja mode, you get our performance auto shift algorithm, which is that green gear icon down there. So if you leave it in drive, we automatically hang gears and tack up the engine, so you're always in the power band.
Okay, nice.
And we felt that was a better feature for the customer than giving them paddles. If the customer still wants to shift, they have to tap up, tap down on the shift lever. You know, and that's the task that they want to hit do on their own. But the performance auto shift is actually a really nice calibrated feature.
Cool. Yeah, it seems like it was doing a pretty good job making its own decisions all day.
Yeah.
So the feature I was telling you about is there's a launch control also.
Oh, cool. All right.
So if you want to get pointed in a straight direction or you get a little runoff here.
Probably 4 high.
Yeah, 4 high would be good.
Great.
Be really good. So yeah, this is fine here. So it's a left foot brake apply.
Okay.
Right foot to the floor. It'll go to about 3,000 RPM, and then next to the low tire symbol there, because you'll get a flashing squiggly.
Okay.
And once you have that, it's ready. You just sidestep the brake.
Great. Okay, cool. Nice.
Now, if you turn around and do another one, it's learning the surface view.
Okay, so it'll figure it out a little bit better.
It's going to figure it out and to the a certain extent make it more optimal a little bit faster.
Cool. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, that launched harder. Nice.
So if you do a key cycle or whatever, you won't have a learn save. You know, it would have to redo that. But
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely feel the extra bounce from higher air pressures today, but
yeah,
it's okay. No risk of deviating. Cool, this is fun.
Cool.
All right, let's hit short bus.
So let's head. Be a little careful. I'm not sure our path. You could encounter some stuff.
Okay.
You know, just do the terrain reading. Basically, head straight up.
Great.
So we're gonna go just to the right of the end of the mountain there. So
cool.
Kind of, there's a little winding road up to the right. We're gonna shoot for that.
Got it.
It seems like you're already somewhat calibrated. You saw that feature.
Yeah.
You know, and you just kind of know that. Yeah, that's within the bounds of what the suspension can take. So I think once you get that calibration, you really realize that the combination of the additional Multimatic Jounce Control and the shock tuning, you know, it gives you that extra level of cushion and protection.
Yep. Yeah, there's fewer oh shit moments.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It takes a little calibration time, you know.
Yeah, you really notice it in just the constant whoops.
Yeah.
And, you know, you enter those a little bit too fast sometimes, and you can very easily bottom out a lot of trucks. I know previous ZR2 bottomed out pretty easily.
Yep.
But this just has so much more compliance, like right there. That's awesome.
So you can kind of take the high line or through the, perfect. This gets a little rough, but
Yeah.
go straight up on the berm.
Cool. And you gotta love E-Pass racks on trucks like these, and steering's not bouncing around all over the place. Big difference between the Silverado's hydraulic rack and this off-road.
Yes. Yep.
Stay left here in the interest of smoothness and our bladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cameras worked pretty well today too. Once I cleaned my front off, it looked good. I could see pretty well. The underbody cameras are pretty useful.
So I would say here would be a good place to. That's the short bus climb we're gonna do.
Okay.
Straight up.
Cool.
So we're gonna go up this this right side, and at the top when we crest, we kind of just go right back down the back of it. So.
Awesome. That's
But I would say go ahead and do your range.
Do we want terrain?
Terrain is appropriate. A little bit of driver's choice. Me personally, uphill.
Because terrain enables one pedal, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. But when you're uphill, sometimes you have one pedal anyways because gravity's pulling the truck down. So
course.
I would say either off-road or terrain.
Okay.
It would be a driver's choice.
All right. Let's try off-road. I haven't tried that yet.
Yep.
That's
And
just
then when we go down the back side though, that's where, driver preference a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be more involved with the braking, I think off-road enables that a little easier.
Okay.
If you're very comfortable and like the one pedal terrain mode, that would be your choice.
terrain felt good today. You guys did a good job tuning everything. It's very smooth. It's easy to modulate.
And the other thing is, if you were to, we have different brake mapping for terrain. So if you were in L1, in fact, you can do it right now. If you back up like 10 feet, and we'll give you a little. Perfect. So if you go to terrain mode, I can't remember where we ended up.
I think we ended up in off-road, yeah. So let's go terrain. Got it?
So go to low range, and then you're in L1.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a very aggressive brake apply here for more technical terrain. So go ahead and one pedal it, and then when you get going like one, just lift.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, now bump up to L2.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be more along the lines of what we were feeling earlier. Yeah, a little bit more progressive.
Yep. And so these are both going to target a stop.
Okay.
If you go L3 and higher, it's going to target a creep speed.
Gotcha.
So it's just, you got some flexibility there once you learn all the nuances and depending on the type of driving you're doing.
Interesting. All right.
Like as an EV driver, a lot of people might be fully embracing, that pedal modulation, and they're comfortable running L1 all the time.
Sure.
It's not too much for them, but
so
you
can
have
dial
a lot
it
of
up and
different
down.
ways to play with it. So.
Okay, cool. All right, I might go up L2.
Yeah, and I honestly think L2 is appropriate for this steepness and the looseness. I think L2 is a better setting than L1. L1 would be a little too aggressive.
Too touchy. Okay, great. Nice.
And then you can, I would say, E-locker, you can run open here. If you stay in the pedal and keep momentum, it'll be fine. If you're doing a lot of starting and stopping, you'd be better off with the rear E-lock.
Okay, I'll lock the rear anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Front, I want my steering for the top. So.
You got it. Yeah. Yep, perfect.
Get recalibrated here with one pedal. Yeah, that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
These climbs always look so unimpressive on camera.
Yeah,
it's such a shame.
It's like taking a landscape picture, right?
Exactly.
Everything was so much bigger when I was looking at it. So going up, it's not that you stay in the tracks, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would say at the sharp rock on the left, about 2/3 of the way up, you just want to be
stay
mindful
wide
of
that.
You got it.
Got it. Okay. Recommend a little bit more speed? Or
No, I think you're
okay?
good. This is.
All right.
It doesn't take much momentum. It's like 1 mile per hour type stuff. Just the fact that you're not asking that tire to regain traction, you're always kind of keeping it there.
Sounds good.
I think is the trick.
Cool.
think engineers, a lot of us, we want to test the truck without all its capabilities and see what, oh yeah, it can do this without it. But I think most customers would be more like what you're doing. They're gonna look at this, assess it, and go, I'm locking it.
Sure.
You know, it's appropriate here.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, it's just so little drama.
Yeah.
Stay left here.
Yes. Camera will help you at the top too.
Yep.
We're gonna, as you go up, you're gonna just head a little bit to the right.
Got it. Yeah, this truck already has fantastic visibility, but the camera system just helps for those for these situations right here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Let's see where we're going.
in fact, I'll say some of the younger drivers that are more in tune with using cameras, a lot of times you got to say, hey, you got to
look at the road too.
Look at the road too, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So, would you recommend L2 going down this? Probably.
Yeah.
It feels pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Because you don't necessarily want to be locking your tires on really loose deformable.
Sure.
And the other thing you got to remember is if there's ever a time you're uncomfortable, you can take over. As soon as you apply brake, you're in control.
Nice. Yeah, I have never trusted hill descent control systems. It's just the weirdest thing for me to.
Yeah.
But a one-pedal drive is
the leap of faith to have to completely release control of the pedal. I think is.
It's just strange.
Yep, I totally agree.
This feels very natural, one-pedal driving. I mean, it's just like any EV.
Yep.
Let's keep some distance from this rock here. And you just gotta love how placeable this truck is too. It's so, it's not necessarily narrow, but it really works well in tight environments.
Totally agree. It's the right size for a lot of technical trails.
Yep. Go up a little bit harder farther and cut it. Okay.
So this is kind of the little tricky place here. Definitely want to be a little more to the left.
Okay.
And I think there's enough substance in the right rut that's going to keep you from getting hung up in the middle.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I should keep the diff clear.
Yep.
Great.
And then drive straight off the back for a little ways before you
Okay. Keep it going a little bit. We got a pretty big rock up ahead.
Yeah, I think
Should I straddle that or hit it?
You can start going now.
All right. Cool.
Good job.
Good. That's good.
I think the other thing I'm always reminded in the Bison is that you're kind of sometimes waiting for it to. It's got all the protection. You got even more shields in the ZR2.
Sure.
You're just waiting for it to hit, and it's like, man, it just doesn't hit.
It just floats over it all.
It's amazing what the 35 to 33 inch tire gives you on most trails. It just gives you that satisfaction that you're just not hitting all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's nice. It makes for a more pleasant experience. Is this what is this? 12.3 inches of ground clearance? 12.1?
Yeah, I think it's 12.2s are published.
12.2. Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew it was kind of in the 12s. So
you can go whatever way you want.
Okay.
That's the lake bed.
Cool.
And depending on how much, that was kind of the.
That was it. Awesome. Great.
The event
Beautiful.
though. So.
Nice. We'll go right.
Yeah.
That was well done. No spotting at all.
Yeah.
Interior spotting.
Yeah.
You guys have done this a few times. Yeah, this is a great event. Thanks again. This is pretty cool.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Glad to spend some more time. It's hard to go into every little nitty gritty detail.
Yeah.
We try to get the main point of capability and capacity, but like to Corey's point with all the integration and work we've done for, you just saw it in the different modes for terrain pedal, and the performance shift algorithm and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to share that.
No, it's cool. I mean, those are little nuances that we wouldn't really get over the microphone.
Yeah,
so.
right. Yeah. Exactly.
And launch control.
And launch control. That's right. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope the viewers enjoyed this one. A little bit more of a deep dive into the ZR2 Bison. Let's go into 4 high here. Go back into Baja. There we are. Switch to Baja. Awesome.
Great.
4 high. Cool. Is there any re-gearing with the Bison to accommodate the 35s?
No, so we use the same 3:42 ratio from the rest of our mid-size truck. And obviously, people might question that, but when you look at the torque curve of the L3B engine, the engine generates so much torque down low that it's not really a compromise having a larger diameter tire.
It doesn't feel like one, and you're really only going from 33s to 35s, and it's not a huge gap, so that's cool. That's good.
It's a cool solution.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's really a lot to like about this truck. There's maybe a couple features that I wouldn't mind having, but at the end of the day, as just a vehicle to do this type of stuff with, it's pretty incredible, and it's a big improvement from the previous generation, especially the Bison. Actually, I didn't drive the previous generation Bison.
Yep.
Spent a lot of time in the standard ZR2. But are the Jounce dampers new for this generation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really proud about the Jounce Control Dampers. We're segment first, 4-corner Jounce Control Damper system. Factory oriented, and as you feel, I mean, they're
it's great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just love sometimes people have grandiose ideas about how much off-road they're going to do, and maybe it doesn't turn out. So this is your daily driver. There's no penalty box.
Sure.
I mean, it's a great daily driver. And that's always been kind of the ZR2 mantra is, it's going to do everything well. If it's an HD, it's going to tow and do off-road. If it's a midsize, it's going to be a truck you can live with. It's going to go high speed, fast. It's going to rock crawl. So that's always been kind of the cornerstone to the ZR2 branding and how we tune it and how we develop the packages. And the truck, I mean, especially on 35s, it just looks aggressive.
I know, it looks incredible. Good performance from these tires today too. No drama. They just get the job done. They're quiet on the street, which is just crazy if you look at them. It's not what you would expect.
It was a big improvement over the DuraTrack on the outgoing. This whole line, this OE mud terrain line, we use it a lot. In fact, it's used on all the ZR2s.
Left.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, we've done a lot of different venues for testing, from Silver Lake Sand Dunes to Glamis to our facility in Yuma, which has a high-speed desert course for high-speed stuff, and then Rubicon Trail, Moab, Windrock, Badlands. I mean, you can go left at the left here. So we try to use a lot of different areas to make sure that we hit all sorts of different scenarios and are able to influence that in the integration and how the vehicle performs.
Sure. No, I've been waiting for a mid-sized truck that can kind of do Raptor things, as I like to say. And we haven't driven the Ranger Raptor yet. And that seems like that would be this truck's biggest competitor. But it's so nice to have a truck this size with this packaging. It's kind of the best of all worlds, unless if you need a full-size
for capacity.
Silverado. Yeah, this is it. I mean, this is basically the size of truck that we had as a full-size option earlier.
Left turn. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the segments have definitely grown and not just trucks, it's everything, right? Cars and trucks. So it's. Oh, I've got I'll share a photo with you when we get back. My dad has a 99 GMC Sonoma.
That's right.
And I got this parked side by side, and you're just like, holy smokes, Yes, it has changed.
Yep, things aren't.
It kind of happens slowly, but when you look at it, absolute for 20 plus years of difference, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for today. Thanks again for tagging along.
Yeah.
Todd, Corey, you got us through.
Yeah, you did a great job.
In style. So that's all we need. Looks like people are airing back up a little bit. We'll unlock that rear diff.
That was a subtle reminder there, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks, Chris. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Catch up with you later.
Sounds good. All right, so if you guys didn't catch one of the earlier videos, basically all you need to know, differences with the ZR2 Bison versus the standard ZR2. We have these Jounce dampers that we were talking about earlier, and that's basically a hydraulic bump stop that at that limit of suspension travel can absorb just a little bit more energy. Of course, here are the 35s, the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs, beadlock-capable wheels. And you can see we've got a protected and recessed valve stem here, which is really important for off-roading, so you don't knock that off. You can already see there's been a little bit of trail damage here, but they've taken it in style. Of course, no room underneath the truck for a 35-inch full-size spare, so that's in the bed, hindering a little bit of rearward visibility, but you know what? You gain some ground clearance underneath and departure angle, and that's not a bad thing. Steel bumpers, front and rear. 5 Boron skid plates underneath, fuel tank, transfer case, all that stuff. Big sliders. Wider fenders here too. Here's your front steel bumper too, winch capable. 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque from this 2.7 liter turbo. And it just looks good dirty. The Bison loses a little bit of towing capacity, so this can only tow 5,500 pounds as opposed to the ZR2's 6,000 pounds. But still, that should get you where you need to go, what you need to do for a mid-sized truck. A lot of protection up there, but again, the ground clearance of this really allows you to explore this truck's limits with a lot of confidence and not a lot of drama. You've got a diff skid plate there for some extra protection. Pretty beefy drive shaft. And then the interior is pretty much the same as what we've seen in the Trail Boss that we tested a few weeks ago. We have some AEV logos here, as the Bison is co-developed with AEV. Got some extra parts on here. So no pricing info yet on this, but we're thinking around the $60,000 mark, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less depending on options, but should be a pretty nice truck for the money. All right, that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Take care.